Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So today's story time is definitely a funny one, an interesting one, a wild one, all of the above, right? Now, as you all know, if you've watched this channel for longer than 5 minutes, I've had my fair share of run-ins with hackers. When you're succeeding on the internet, or just, I don't know, life in general, someone's gonna come around and try and mess that up for you. And when it's on the internet, that person is usually a hacker, or like some sort of internet stalker or something. And I've had many run-ins with these people, and it's made for some very interesting story times that I love telling. But this one is specifically funny because he's just really stupid. I had something similar happen to this situation before, but this one takes the cake as like way more just stupid. So, today's story time all takes place a couple years ago. It was in the beginning of 2023. Now this all starts off like any normal day back then. Jumped up out of bed, took a shower, ate breakfast, made a YouTube video, got done with that, got it up on YouTube. And then after that, I spent the rest of the day just kind of relaxing, not doing a whole lot. So at about 6 or 7 p.m., I'm on my couch in my living room at my place, just watching some TV, some Netflix, chilling, right? And I get this notification on my phone. It basically was telling me that my YouTube had been signed in this other place that was not me. So immediately I jump up off the couch having a panic attack pretty much because my YouTube had just gotten hacked, and I sprint as fast as I possibly can into my room, my office room, sit down, jump on my computer, and I go on YouTube. And I'm signed out. So this motherfucker really hacked my channel. So immediately I try and sign in. And I sign in with my password that I usually sign in with. And it works. So whoever hacked me didn't have enough time yet to like change my stuff, like my password and my email and stuff or whatever, right? So I'm able to sign in. And I go over to my security settings. And I'm like trying to figure out what's going on, right? Because I had two-step on. I have two-step on all my accounts because I don't want to get hacked again. But somehow this hacker bypassed it, right? And while I'm looking at my security settings, I see something. There was a phone number and an email added to my like account settings. And I look up this phone number on like a phone book website, right? And it pulls up this name. And the name looks really familiar. The last name specifically. Whoever this hacker was, or this person that tried to hack me and put their phone number on my YouTube account, they had the same last name as somebody I went to school with. So I start doing some digging. I pull up on my phone, I call up that dude that I went to school with, and I was like, yo man, weird question. Do you have a relative that has this name? And I gave him the name. And he's like, yeah man, my little brother. Like, why do you know that? And I was like, I just got my YouTube channel breached essentially. And they put this phone number on my account. And when I look up the phone number, it goes to your little brother's name. Is this your little brother's phone number? And I show him the number. And he goes, dude, that's his number. So somehow, like just the odds of this happening are insane. I was hacked by somebody I went to school with's little brother. And I'm like just laughing now because I already regained my channel. I ripped the number off my account, got the email off, whatever. So like I have my channel and it's safe. And I changed my password at this point and got everything all good. But now I'm just like trying to figure out what to do next because obviously I want to get payback. I'm not about to let this kid hack my channel and get away with it, right? Now, in the past, I've gotten my fair share of payback on these hackers. I told a story once about how one of the kids was like a younger dude, and I was able to like get his parents' info, and I basically had his mom like give him a talking to for hacking me and like ground him. But this situation was a little bit different. So this dude's little brother that hacked me, he wasn't that little. Even though he was a little brother, he wasn't like a little kid, right? I think he was like 17 or 18. And he didn't live that close to me. They actually moved states. So they were like 4 hours away from me now. They were over in Ohio. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not driving 4 hours to Ohio to go meet up with someone that hacked my channel. Not doing that. So me and his older brother come up with a plan because we knew that we had to get revenge for his little brother being a shithead and trying to hack me. So we had to like come up with a plan. And we came up with a very good one. Now before I go on with this, I don't condone this. This was like stooping to his level. I shouldn't have did this, but it's done. And I will say, this was not mainly my idea. This was mainly his older brother's idea. So I was just kind of going along with what he wanted to do. So what happened was his older brother went onto his little brother's computer when he was out of his room, where all of his stuff was signed in, and he changed his password for his Twitter, his YouTube, his Facebook, his Instagram. He changed all his passwords, locked him out of all of his accounts, and then sent me all of them and was like, here's all of his sign-ins. Go on his accounts and just wreak havoc. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, you have all of them? He's like, yep, have fun. So I go on his little brother's accounts and I post this stupid fucking meme. And on the caption of all of the posts, I just said, hack by Luna, don't fuck with me next time. And then I waited. I just waited like 30 minutes, 45 minutes or so until his little brother saw them all. And I get a call from his older brother. It's a FaceTime. And I answer it. And it's his older brother and his little brother, the one that, was the hacker. And immediately his little brother takes the phone. He's like, yo, Austin, bro. And I was like, what's up, man? He's like, what'd you do to my accounts, man? Like, what's going on? Like, is this a joke? And I was like, kinda, yeah. He's like, how'd you get them? And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, dude, like, why? And I was like, I think you know why. And he goes, I don't. And he's trying to play stupid. Like, he wants to, like, act ignorant. And, like, I wouldn't know that he hacked my YouTube. And I was like, I think you do, man. I think you know. And he goes, what do you mean? And I was like, my YouTube, your phone number got added to it. And your email. You don't know anything about that? And he just, like, silently stares at the phone for a second. And then he's like, nah, man, I don't know anything about it. And his older brother chimes in. He's like, man, shut the fuck up. Like, owe up to it. Owe up to it. I know what you do on your computer. You're a little fucking hacker nerd. Like, I know you did that. Don't lie to Austin. He's not stupid. And his little brother just snaps out of it. He's like, all right, fuck, man. Like, all right, fine. Yeah, it was me. It was me. And I was like, why, bro? Why? Like, you know that I went to school with your older brother. I'm sure he's told you. So you decide to target me? Like, what's up with that? He's like, nah, man. No, I just wanted to see if I could. And I was able to. And I was like, what do you mean you wanted to see if you could? Like, what was your intention? What was your plan? He's like, I just want to know if I could. I was just kind of like, testing it out. And I was like, so you weren't going to do anything after you got access to it? You were just going to give it back? He's like, yeah, probably. Now, I didn't believe a word this dude was saying because it just seemed unbelievable. Like, you hack a YouTube channel with millions of subs and you're a hacker. You're not just going to be like, hey, you know what? I did it. Time to give it back to the guy. I mean, maybe he was one of the good ones. I don't know. But I don't believe it. And he didn't sound very convincing the way he was like, yeah, probably. So I told him, I was like, I don't believe you. He's like, well, like, we'll never know, I guess. And I was like, all right, man, this leads me to my next question. How did you do it? I had two-step on. Like, how did you do it? And he went on to explain how he did it. And I wish I could tell you guys, but I don't want to give anyone any ideas or any knowledge on how to hack people's accounts, so I'm not gonna. But he was able to, like, get past my two-step. It was very impressive. It was honestly, like, just very impressive. But, yeah, luckily, the way that I locked everything down after I got my access back, he wasn't able to do it again. I locked everything down properly this time, right? Anyway, after he tells me how he did it, we're kind of at a standstill. Like, he clearly doesn't seem to give a shit and doesn't seem very apologetic. Like, he said sorry, but it didn't sound sincere. I also felt like he was just lying. I don't think he was telling the truth. I think he had way different intentions than what he was making it out to be. I feel like he was going to hack my channel and then, like, sell it or something, or, like, try and blackmail me for, like, Bitcoin or something to get it back. That's what I think he was trying to do, because that's what everyone tries to do. I don't think it was just practice. No one just practices hacking million sub YouTubers. Anyway, like I said, we're at a standstill, right? I still have all of his accounts, and he doesn't know that his older brother helped me get him. Also, side note, what kind of fucking hacker are you if your older brother can sneak into your room and just get all of your accounts? Like, you're an idiot for not locking your computer. Anyway, he keeps telling me, like, not to worry and that, like, he didn't have any bad intentions and that he can, be trusted or whatever. And is basically telling me, like, hey, just give me my accounts back, man. Like, this can get put behind us. You can trust me, man. I won't bother you again. And I just don't believe him. And neither does his older brother. His own older brother was in the room like, nah, dude, you're lying. I've seen the shit you're capable of. I don't think you were just gonna give him his channel back. Like, tell the truth. And finally, after, like, minutes and minutes and minutes of grilling this dude, he finally admits what he was gonna do. You wanna hear this shit, guys? You wanna hear this? He was gonna try and turn my channel into a fucking toy channel. Yeah, you know those toy review channels, like toy unboxing channels? He saw how many people were making money on ad revenue on those types of channels, and he thought it'd be a good idea to hack a channel with millions of subscribers already and get a head start. And, like, get ahead of the competition by already having millions of subs and turning it into a toy channel. Which, by the way, would have fucking failed miserably. If you hack a channel that's known for gaming and story times, then switch it to a toy channel, none of the original audience is going to tune in. They're going to be like, oh, what the fuck, Luna got hacked, and they're going to unsub. That's like me hacking like fucking Mr. Beast and then being like, hey guys, so Mr. Beast went away for a little bit. I'll be taking over. My name's Jonathan. Today I'm going to be showing you a really special cupcake recipe. We'll be baking cupcakes. From now on, this is a cooking channel. Like, nobody would like that shit at all. So naturally, I was annoyed. So was his older brother. His little brother kept apologizing about it. Everybody was just kind of like in their head, right? Now at this point, I was kind of out of options, right? Like, I can't do much at this point to like make his little brother realize what he did was wrong. He probably doesn't give a shit. All I know is that I got my account secured. He didn't have access anymore. And that, that was the end of his, attempt at hacking me, right? And I had his accounts. Yeah, I could have like deleted them or something, but I didn't want to stoop to his level entirely and like be that guy. So essentially, I was just like, all right, whatever, like, you can have your accounts back. Just leave me alone. And then his older brother chimes in. He's like, nah, I'm not letting this little shit get away with this with a slap on the wrist. Absolutely fucking not. He tried to ruin everything you've worked hard for and built for yourself for some money. Absolutely not. And he proceeds to get up and then he like flips the phone camera around. He goes up to his little brother's PC and starts destroying it. Like he picks it up with one hand, like a fucking psycho, and just smashes it and starts jumping on the glass pane window and shattering it and stomping on all the internals like a psychopath. Like dancing on his little brother's PC, just destroying it. And that shit was a nice PC. I saw the inside of it. He had 2 graphics cards. He had a nice ass motherboard, all crazy like water cooling and LED lighting. It was a very nice custom rig. It was probably over $2,000. And this dude just destroyed it. And the whole time, his little brother's screaming like, don't, stop it, fucking stop. What are you doing? And he's trying to push him off it and like just, get him away. And I'm just standing there on my phone staring at the screen like, what the fuck am I witnessing? And the next thing I know, call disconnects. FaceTime just hangs up. And about 5 minutes later, he calls me back. And I answer it, and he's outside. The little brother is nowhere to be found. It's just my homie, the older brother. And he's outside on his back porch. And he's like, my bad, man. I accidentally hit the hang up button while I was doing all that, but we're good now. And I was like, yo, what just happened? He's like, he learned a lesson. That's what happened. And I was like, did you just destroy his PC? He's like, yeah, that's what it looked like, didn't it? And I was like, why? He's like, bro, I am not going to let my little brother grow up to be the kind of person that climbs up in this world by tearing down others. I will not let my little brother profit off of stealing from people that actually worked for their lives, like you. And honestly, he was spitting. It was a very true statement. And it felt like he genuinely cared about his little brother's well-being and like path in life. Do I think he should have destroyed his $2,000 PC? No. But do I also think the reasoning behind it was like genuine? Yes. Anyway, I asked him, I was like, what are your parents going to think? He's like, oh, I already talked to him. I just called my dad out on the back porch. I told him what happened. He agreed with me. So even this kid's parents were on board with the older brother destroying his little brother's PC. So at this point, like, the damage had been done. Justice had been served, I guess. And his little brother had no PC now. There was definitely a part of me that was kind of like, sad for his little brother because that would suck to have happen. But there was also that part of me that was like, yo, he tried to tear down like everything I built and turn it into a fucking toy channel. So yeah, nah, hard to show sympathy. Anyway, it wasn't a completely miserable ending for the little brother, the little hacker. A couple months down the road, I guess he like worked for some money and he got a new PC, and I think his parents helped him out with it too. So he got another PC. And according to the older brother, my homie, he's not doing that shit anymore. He's not trying to hack people and like steal from people on the internet and, be a spooky hacker. He's just like using it for gaming now, which I hope is true. All I can say is he hasn't bothered me since. Probably because the last time he bothered me, his computer got destroyed. But yeah, I think there's a very valuable lesson to be learned here, okay? Don't steal from others. Don't go hacking people's accounts to try and make money. Earn your money, earn your career, earn whatever you want to earn legitimately. Don't try and take shortcuts and tear other people down. And also, make sure you're changing your password frequently. Don't keep the same password on everything. Change it frequently too. Make sure you have 2-step verification on. And be safe out there, guys. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this story time. Very crazy one in my opinion. If you did, please leave a like on that video. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all later. Peace.
Take his 401k and I'll put it on my wrist. Only wanna sell my fit. Still I pop these pills and fuck my life up. Yeah, I'll take a sip.